covering news that matters. Fox 23 News at 9 starts right now.
A Muskogee family found out the hard way your electricity service can be transferred without your knowledge, as long as the person doing it has the right information. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nathan Thompson. Shay has the night off. Someone else gave OG&E the family's address, and the company shut off their electricity thinking they moved. Fox 23's Paris Rain joins us live in the newsroom after talking to that Muskogee family. Paris, you also talked to OG&E about how to fix the problem if it happens to you.
I did, Nathan, and listen, it's really hot outside, and the last thing you need is for your electricity to be cut off. Now, the Lapp family told me this was an issue that they didn't see coming, and it took nearly a full workday to get it fixed. And after spending $300, they were able to get their electricity transferred back to them.
My air shut off, my refrigerator, everything in the house shut off. And so I called my neighbor to ask him if theirs was out, and they said nope. So I knew something was happening.
Michael Lapp is one of many homeowners who have unfortunately experienced the electricity for his home being transferred to another person's home. Now he wants to warn others.
And when I went to OG and alerts that you text in, when I went to that, it said you don't have an account anymore. And that's when I freaked out and started calling.
Lapp says he even checked the OG&E alerts, and it notified him he no longer had an account. He said he's been an OG&E customer for 27 years. When you called that corporation, what did they tell you, this is not a first for us, or, we've heard about this?
They said this happens quite often. And when I heard that, it just made it even worse because there's a problem that exists, but you're not doing anything about it.
He told me after hours on the phone with OG&E, he was able to speak with the Oklahoma Corporation Commission, who is the government board in charge of utilities and rates. They were able to get his electricity turned back on within 2 minutes. I reached out to OG&E to learn how something like this happens.
There are a number of different ways it can happen. One of the ways that we're seeing, be more prevalent is obviously with scammers.
Megan White is the communications specialist with OG&E and says all someone needs is the correct information, and then it's transferred.
So as long as that person had the information when they called in and we were able to verify through the questions that were asked, then we're going to assume that they are who they are.
I asked her, is there any notification a homeowner will get to say their electricity has been transferred?
Currently, the process is not that we reach out to and confirm, right? And so service is transferred on what date is requested.
Megan says if this happens to you, to call the 1-800 customer support number and get help. Live in the newsroom covering news that matters, I'm Paris Rain, Fox 23 News.